For more hypnosis audios, follow patreon.com/Zachnosis. Supporters gain access to some of my longer, more creative content, and every bit of support helps me continue creating. Thank you. Happy New Year, everyone. My name is Zach, and you should be sleeping. With the holidays past, and everyone getting back into the motion of work, life, and other things, I thought it was high time for another relaxation file. After all, the holidays can be busy, and getting back into the swing of things can be stressful. In fact, I've already seen a good number of people saying things like, "This year is already messed up. It's time to wait for next year." However, I do like to think of things differently. For instance, in regards to birthdays, why only take one day throughout the year to celebrate yourself when you can have things like an entire birth month? Imagine how fun it would be to have different days of the month or even each weekend lined up to where you hang out with friends or take time to yourself to relax and treat yourself, be treated, and otherwise just be reminded that you are valued and you are appreciated. In the case of the new year, there's so many days and months left that instead of focusing on fasting forward and rushing through the year, instead we're going to give ourselves a little refresh, a little reset. And so go ahead and take a deep breath in and let it out. What we'll be doing is similar to a end of the year meditation. We're just going to relax and give ourselves the time and space to rest and let go of all those worries, troubles, and cares, any thoughts bothering you. You're just going to be able to sit or lay down comfortably, just melting, allowing your mind to rest and nap. And by the end of it, you may feel a little more rested, refreshed, and cared for. This is just an opportune time for you to sleep. And just let your mind rest. Continue breathing relaxingly. And as you do, you can notice the feeling of the bed or chair underneath you. Just allow yourself to slowly but surely sink into relaxation. Because right now, there's no expectations. No need to be anything you are or aren't. Just allow yourself to rest at whatever pace is comfortable for you. And do whatever you need to do, and as you do those things that you need to do, allow yourself to feel much more refreshed. For instance, if you need to move at any time or reposition yourself, that's perfectly fine. You're more than welcome to. And go ahead and wrap yourself in your covers, or feel free to stretch and lay down. Whatever you'd like to do that comes natural for you can simply be used. And to relax further, relax deeper, and just melt and focus deeply on the sound of my voice. Soon, you'll be in a nap-like state. You know those moments where you're just laying down in a dimly lit room after being able to just get away from everything distracting you, when you're able to just rest and melt and your eyelids start to slowly close. And then at that point, it's only a matter of time before your groggy mind just nods off and passes out. You just fall asleep for who knows how long, minutes, hours, those wonderful times where you're just able to sleep during the day. Maybe you didn't even expect to fall asleep, you just needed to rest your eyes for a moment. And then next thing you know, you're out, able to rest, allowed to rest. Just listen to the sound of my voice. And as you listen, you can just sink deeper, and as you sink deeper, you can just listen more and fade away. Continue to breathe deeply, relaxingly, and peacefully, and let go to the extent that you're comfortable with. What I'd like you to do as you rest, as you sleep, is you continue to melt further into this nice, peaceful, relaxing state, is imagine small tiles, be them little squares or puzzle pieces. I'd like you to just imagine small tiles, and on those tiles, I'd like you to put a representation of some of the stressful situations that you've dealt with over the past month or year. And as you focus on those tiles, you can just think about what they look like, whether they have pictures of moments that you've had to deal with, or little moving images as if you were watching a scene from far away. And if that's all too much for you, you can just have cute little images that simply represents the times that you had to go past. And as you think about those tiles, as you imagine those tiles, what I'd like you to do is instead imagine the box of a board game. It could be plain, it could be a board game that you enjoy. Either way, just imagine that rectangular box of a board game and simply put those tiles away. And breathing deep, relaxing more. And as those tiles just drift away, fade away into the box, you can allow yourself to relax, sink deeper, knowing that you're putting those memories past you. And when you're done, when you're ready, you can just allow yourself to place the top of that box on, completely closing, encasing the box over those tiles. And my favorite thing about board games is that they're easy to put away. How you can just put them on a shelf or under the bed. And as you do, it just gets easier and easier to stop thinking about it. You know how you just have it there somewhere, but you're not always thinking about it all the time. It just gets further and further away in your mind. Of course, every now and then you may think of it. Every now and then you may want to bring it back out to look upon it, but only when you're ready. And in a moment, we get to change around those images, because the idea of tiles is really fascinating. There's so many things we can do. For instance, if we were to take out that box, see those tiles and instead replace the pictures. Instead of stressful situations and moments in the past year, I would like you to replace them with some of your favorite moments in the past year, the past month, maybe even surrounding those situations. Perhaps you've had really wholesome times where friends have supported you. Perhaps you had some really stunning naps, and you just want to represent that on those tiles. Just think about some of your favorite times this past month or year, and just allow those images to replace the ones on those small tiles. Just breathe in, relax and let it out. As those images are replaced, you may notice any feelings of calm starting to wash over you more and more. All these feelings are perfectly natural, and there's no rush, no obligation to do, feel, or think anything. Just rest, relax, as if you were taking a nap. How those thoughts may mull over you, and then eventually, like a cloud going in the distance, they fade away. Very similarly to these memories and experiences, and clouds tend to come in and out, disappearing at a moment's notice after they pass you, wash over you. Like a memory, you see the cloud, you gaze at it, how beautiful it is, and then it just disappears and fades away, and you don't have to think anymore. Very similarly, take these tiles, and you can let them float away, or you can stack them into an image, a much larger image. And once you have an image that you're comfortable with, that you enjoy, you can simply place them on a wall. You can even watch as the wind blows, and those tiles just disappear, fading into the background, allowing yourself to relax more and more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Deep breath in. 1 and 0. Sleep even deeper. Focusing, relaxing, melting, dropping even more. And it's okay if your focus scatters and your mind drifts off into a deep sleep. It's perfectly expected. Rather, it's perfectly natural for you to drift in times like these, where you're just allowed to completely melt, completely relax, and completely set your mind to drift. Wonderful. And as you relax more, as you relax further and deeper, letting my voice soothe your mind that much more easily over time. What I would like you to do is simply think about the year ahead of you. If there's anything that you're excited about doing or experiencing, and it's okay, you don't have to force an answer out. If there's something you're particularly excited about, be it seeing certain people, doing certain things, learning certain things, that's perfectly fine. And if there's not, that's okay, because there's one exciting thing that you get to experience throughout this year. Very nice, deep levels of sleep. Very nice naps, in fact. Think about all the times this next year that you're going to have the opportunity to sleep. Think about how deeply you will fall through each and every time you close your eyes, be it you falling asleep at night or falling deep into trance after being hypnotized. Just breathe in, let it out, and think about all those times you'll be experiencing trance. And as you do, what would happen if all those feelings of hypnosis started to combine and culminate into a very deep sleep for you now? What would happen if all of that relaxing energy were to combine into a large ball, and then in 3, 2, 1, 0, those feelings of relaxation started to wash over you more, able to feel yourself melting, your body loosening up, your mind just feeling even more calm, deep, quiet. As you just sleep, go down, relax, melt, drop, drift, even more relaxing, very good, very wonderful, and very hypnotized. What would it feel like for you to go into a level of sleep so deep, so relaxing, that it was like you took an entire year's worth of napping? You absolutely deserve it, after all, making it through the past year, making it through the holidays. So just allow yourself to sleep. In fact, go down even deeper, even further, melting, relaxing, breathing in, letting it out, and slip. Just sleep, just deep. No worries, no cares, just melting. No worries, no cares, just completely letting go to the sound of my voice. No worries, no cares, just setting your mind adrift. Because right now, all you get to do is lay down, allowing your thoughts to process until you have thoughts no more. Just mind blank, empty and gone. Wonderful. Now, in a moment, I'm going to give you a wake up. However, if you would like to stay asleep during this time and give yourself a deeper nap, if you'd like to further nap, further relax, for this one file and this one file only, when I give you a response to wake up, you'll instead fall even deeper, even more relaxed. And for those of you who need to wake up, who would like to wake up, you're very welcome and more than allowed to at the end of this countdown. So, take a deep breath in, letting it out. For those of you who would like to sleep, drop and drift, melt further, you're allowed to sleep deeply after this wake up. In fact, if you come up, you can simply drop back down and melt further. And then for those of you looking to come up, well, it's your time to do so now. Starting with 1, for those of you who would like to wake up and feel your body starting to relax, stretch, whatever you need to do, whatever you'd like to do. And 2, allowing yourself to feel more awake and refreshed, sleep all the way down, very good. For those of you who would like to wake up, 1, coming up more and more. And 2, allow yourself to stretch. And 3, there you go. More awake, more refreshed. 4, 5, and those of you who would like to rest, simply rest. 4, those of you who would like to wake, coming up more and more, imagining things that help you feel more awake. For instance, a bright, calming, warm sun, happy little pictures. 5, 6, 7, coming up more and more. 8, 9, and 10, waking up all the way up. And thank you for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.